Hello everyone, welcome back to Book Club Preview. Today we're looking at Romeo and Juliet, Act 1, Scene 3. Now, in this scene, it has just pretty much three characters. No Montagues this time, but Lady Capulet, a nurse, and finally enters Juliet. So, Lady Capulet comes in the room, asks the nurse, hey, where's Juliet? The nurse starts calling, precious one, pumpkin cake, sweetie pie, little birdie, just a bunch of sweet different names. And then she's like, where is that girl? Juliet! Juliet! From the other room, Juliet's like, yes, I'm coming. She comes out, she sees her mom. Oh, mom, what are you doing here? And then mom starts to kind of talk a little bit about something, right? She says, oh, nurse, can you leave? Because it's a private matter. The nurse kind of feels a little bit shocked. Oh, fine, I'll leave. But then as the nurse is leaving, Lady Capulet says, I've changed my mind. Stay. We might need your counsel. And so the nurse stays. Mom starts talking about like how old Juliet is and how she's becoming more beautiful and like a woman. And then the nurse kind of chimes in, and the nurse just goes off on this story about how young Juliet is, and how she remembers back in the day when she was just a little baby, and how she had she used to nurse Juliet, right, with her body, and then she put on some bitter oil on her body. And so when Juliet came to get milk, she tasted that oil and it was really bitter, and she's like, that's terrible. And then she ran away because it was so terrible. But as she was running, she fell on her face and bonked her head. She was crying. The nurse's husband came, picked her up, and made a joke and kind of said like, oh, next time you'll be wiser and you'll fall on your butt. And the baby stopped crying, and the nurse is sharing the story, and Lady Capulet is a little impatient because she just wants to talk about this marriage thing with Juliet. Finally, she asked the nurse to stop sharing her stories, and then she's like, hey, look, Juliet, have you ever thought about marriage? Juliet's like, no, I haven't thought about it at all. And mom says, well, how about marrying the Count of Paris? He really likes you, and I think he wants to marry you. And Juliet's like, what? I don't even know. And Lady Capulet's like, well, I mean, come on, you're 13, going on 14 soon. I think I was 14 when I had you. And that's crazy, right? Because Lady Capulet then is like 28 years old. But usually when we think about her, we think of her like an old lady. But, if Juliet's 13 and that's when, Lady Capulet had Juliet, she's 26, 28. So anyways, she's like, hey, why don't you look at this guy? He's going to be here at the party. Check him out. See if you like him. And if you do, there couldn't be a better guy in all of, Verona? Is that what it's called? Sorry, I can't remember the city's name. And the nurse is like, oh my goodness, the Count, he's like the best catch in the city. She's like, oh, you're so lucky, it's going to be wonderful. Juliet kind of says, well, I'll check him out, and I'll look at him with the desire to like him, with the desire to love him, because I know it's going to make you happy. But I can't force it, and I'll just try to do my best. And mom says, okay, that's great. Someone comes in, Lady Capulet, we need you. Guests are arriving. We need to help getting things ready for the party. And she's like, all right, I'm out of here. And she goes and helps plan the party. Vocabulary, of course, same as before. Pick 2 expressions or words that you didn't recognize, that you had to look up. Okay, there's probably plenty. Write that word down and write your definition of it. When we get together, we'll discuss it. And discussion question I have for you is, how quickly can someone fall in love? Okay, in the last video I asked when is someone old enough to get married? Okay, maybe that age is whatever. But in this case, how fast Can someone really fall in love enough to want to marry? Does it take, I don't even want to give you ideas, okay? I'm just going to leave you with that. How fast do you think someone can fall in love? And, we'll kind of discuss that and see what you guys think. Of course, please write your own discussion question. That is all the time that we have for today. But thank you so much for joining me for this episode of Book Club Preview. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye. Hey, if you have any questions about the video today, please feel free to leave a comment in the comment section. If you had any other vocabulary words that you wanted to know what they meant, let me know. And also, if you're interested in maybe joining one of these book clubs, please leave a comment and I'll get back to you. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.